What's up guys, I'm back. I'm Ashton, this is Lady Motobang, and we're gonna see if I fixed the timing issue on my 1963 Honda CL72. So, I storm knocked out power here for about 6 days. I was finally able to get back in the shop. So what I've done off camera is readjusted the valves, and then I worked on the timing again. Timing's a little iffy. I spent quite a bit of time on the timing. So hopefully that's all squared away now. The only thing I'm gonna do before I start kicking this bike over is install my new throttle cable that I got in. I finagled a throttle cable that's not meant for this bike, and I want to make sure that the carbs are synced and everything. This cable that I have on here is a little too long, even though I adjusted it some. So we'll put this new throttle cable on, all the way from Taiwan, I think, that is meant for this bike, and then we're going to start kicking it over, and we're going to see if I fix the problem. All right, let's open this up. I got it a lot sooner than I thought I would. And power went out, all that good stuff. You guys saw my last video. There's a link, I'll put it like, I don't know, right here. And you can go get the update on what the situation was with that big ice storm that hit. And they're gray. I wanted to get some black ones, but can't really get these in black, and I don't want to custom order any, and I also don't want to make my own. That's not something I want to learn how to do. Speedo cable down there. This is my throttle. This is my clutch. And this is my front brake cable. So yeah, these come in stock gray. I want a black one, but maybe I can do something to make these black. So I'll look into that later. I can already tell this is a lot shorter than the one I put on there. So now my carbs are gonna be not iffy with the synchronization. All right, let's throw it on. Okay, I didn't show putting the throttle cable on. It's, you know, whatever, but it's on. And it's great, and the carbs are nice and synced, and there's not a lot of slop because they're the cable's the right length, it's not too long. So, and I've got this rag on here because the bottom of my gas tank thing is leaking. So nothing like a gas soaked rag right above the combustible stuff. It's raining. I hope you guys can hear me okay. I don't have my mic on because the exhaust will sound weird just coming through my little mic. But yeah, I get really freaking nervous when I'm just nervous about the top end still, and I really hope that I just really hope my top end rebuild's okay. Getting the points and everything dialed in was also kind of difficult, which could just be me being kind of not really good at dialing that stuff in, but I went back over everything. Actually, before I used the Bill Silver book, but this time I used this book, which is the actual shop manual for Honda for these bikes. So yeah, I hope everything's good with that. Thanks also all of the comments and everything about the last video with this, with all the suggestions and stuff. Super appreciated all that. The only thing I wasn't able to do was a leak down test. I don't have a leak down tester, and every time I would go to order one, I would think that it was going to take too long, and then of course, like, I would never ended up out here anyway, and then the snowstorm hit, and I couldn't get like anything shipped to the house, but I'm going on and on. So let's just go ahead and start kicking this over. I'm nervous, guys. I'm super nervous. All right, I moved you guys so you didn't have to get a weird angle. Yes. just needed more gas. Whew. I think that sounded better, I think, but who knows. Let me open this up. Give me some air. Yeah, woo! That spit some gas out when I did that. Okay, let's do it one more time. Holy crap. All right, well, let's see where the exhaust is coming out. It's coming out up here. All right, so I had the fan going, the door open for a bit to get all the exhaust out. So I was leaking exhaust from the breather here, right here. That's where it was all coming out. So, yeah, I don't know what I'm gonna do with that information. I've got exhaust coming out of this breather whole tube thing. I did a quick preliminary Google search. Those results yielded piston rings, valve guides, check the compression. So, or the like pressure plate thing that's up here. I could have it on the top of the cylinder plate. There's another plate underneath. I could have that on backwards, even though I know I don't. I checked my valve guides when I had this bad boy out of the frame. So I know those clearances are okay. I relapped all the valves. I checked to make sure everything was airtight with the mineral oil or mineral spirits, whatever. So those should all be fine. I mean, the piston rings are brand new. So unless it surely I wouldn't have a stuck piston ring. I'm getting like a bunch of blow by. I don't know. I really don't. And I don't want to ask on the Facebook Honda 305 pages because those guys are not helpful. They never answer my questions, or if they do respond, they just comment that I made a typo or something. Like, I don't know. It's not a happy-go-lucky crowd. they're good to just skim through and see what other people have asked. But yeah, I don't really get a lot of help from those. So if anybody has any suggestions that don't involve me pulling this motor back out, I would love to hear, because I'll tell you what, I do not want to pull this motor back out of this frame. I really don't. It ran a lot better this time, so maybe, you know, I think timing was an issue, but a small issue. You can tell, I can tell that it was running better, but yeah, I'm having an issue with this right cylinder, so I don't know what to do from here. I'm gonna have to look it up, Google it, and then seek help from somebody that knows these bikes really well in the forums, and maybe anybody in the comment section wants to comment and tell me why I'm getting an insane amount of exhaust coming out of that breather. But god dog, I don't want to pull this motor. I do not want to pull this motor again. If I have to, I will, but if I can't figure it out, then I'm gonna have to shelf this project. Just keeping it real. I've got one bike on Facebook Marketplace I need to go pick up. I've got a completely disassembled CL360 that I need to put together, and I need to get rid of the CB450 that's in my driveway. Just get it started and sell it. I need to get rid of it. It's a cool bike, but I'm not invested emotionally in that bike, so I'm gonna make a little bit of money on it just getting it running. And yeah, I already mentioned in my last video, the Ice Storm video, yeah, I'm picking up a bike from Facebook Marketplace. It is a $300 bike, so you know, it's a little bit different than what I normally work on. It's a Honda, but it's a new area of motorcycling for me, so we'll see. It's not a sport bike. It's not like a CBR or anything. It is definitely going to be a labor of love to get that thing going. I don't know what the issue is. I'm probably gonna have to pull a motor on it, but you know, I like putting in the work. I just don't like to do things like pulling motors more than once. So I am dedicated to this bike. I want this bike to run. If I cannot figure out what the issue is, I'm gonna have to shelf this for a little bit. That's the way it is. I'm not like super bummed about it. This right cylinder stuff, I've got to figure it out. And if it's gonna take me pulling this motor again, I'm gonna tell you right now, I am not pulling this motor anytime soon, if that's what it's gonna take to get this thing fixed. So we'll see, guys. It's just not, I do not have the bandwidth for that right now. I've got plenty of other bikes to work on. All right, thanks for tuning in. As always, you don't have to subscribe, but
it'd be a lot cooler if you did.